Welcome to Inside Gaming. I'm Brian. It is the weekend roundup. Guys, let's talk about streamers. They're the brave souls who play video games for our enjoyment. God bless them. But apparently, one man thinks they're just too darn sexy, and now he's suing Twitch for a lot of money. Dexerto reports that a man from California has sued the streaming service for $25 million, saying that they exposed him to, quote, overly suggestive and sexual content from various female streamers. Good thing he didn't try to sue Mixer. They would give him maybe 50 cents and a Chili's gift card. The suit said that Eric Estavillo, the plaintiff, suffers from medical issues that means he has to rely on just the internet for all his entertainment. Join the club, dude. Oh, and he's got OCD and sex addiction too, and alleges that Twitch has not helped those. The suit argues that since he can't filter streamers by gender, he's forced to see all these photos of scantily clad women. It's always a bummer when that happens. Estavillo was also apparently forced to follow 786 female streamers and no men, because Twitch forced him to. His complaint wrote, Twitch has extremely exacerbated his condition by displaying many sexually suggestive women streamers through Twitch's twisted programming netcode, making it nearly impossible for the plaintiff to use Twitch without being exposed to such sexual content. The suit also listed a number of streamers as examples, including Amaranth, Alinity, Pokimane, and more, but also, you could just not follow him, dude. Also, he name-checked Christy Pride. He had a whole list of streamers who were sexually suggestive. She had a hilarious response. She tweeted, I'm on this list and I don't even stream, but if being hot and talented is a crime, sue us, baby. His suit calls for the banning of every streamer mentioned in the suit, and for the $25 million in damages to be split between himself and all other Twitch Prime Turbo subscribers, and then whatever's left should go to charities related to COVID-19 and Black Lives Matter. Estavillo apparently has a history of suing companies. He's sued Microsoft, Sony, Nintendo, and Blizzard in the past. This won't surprise you, they have all been dismissed, just like this one most likely will be. All right, we'll get to the rest of the stories in a second, but let's talk about ExpressVPN, you guys. Now, sending data over an unencrypted internet connection is like sending a postcard. Your message is wide open for the mailman and other nosy people to see. Whether you're connected to an unencrypted internet network on your phone, your computer, your tablet, TV, you're sending all this information out on the internet that can be seen and intercepted by different parties. But a VPN creates a secure tunnel between your device and the internet. It puts an envelope basically around that postcard so nobody can look at your private correspondence. Even one of those little envelopes with like the blue streak so they can't even look, even if they hold up to the light. They can't do it. ExpressVPN also protects you from hackers who try to steal your private information. A hacker connected to an unencrypted Wi-Fi network that you're on, like at an airport, hotel, coffee shop, they can steal your personal information. No good. ExpressVPN encrypts your internet connection, uses the highest standards of encryption currently available. It would take a hacker with a supercomputer, those are the big ones, billions of years to crack. They don't have that kind of time. They're going to move on to somebody else, not you. So you're sweet. You're good. ExpressVPN, they encrypt everything. Privacy is also just important. They also have the fastest internet speeds, 24/7 customer service, ease of use, fire up the app, connect with just one click. Top-rated VPN provider, rated number 1 by TechRadar, CNET, The Verge, Comparitech, and more. Look, for me, privacy is very important. That's why I like ExpressVPN. It's just nobody's business what I do on the internet. That's between me and ExpressVPN. Just kidding. They just encrypt it, and then you don't have to worry about it. Here's what you got to do, guys. Go to expressvpn.com/roundup and find out how you can get 3 months for free. Thank you, ExpressVPN, for sponsoring the Roundup. I love my Roundup sponsors. All right, let's talk about the other news this week. Animal Crossing. Are you still playing it? Have you run out of stuff to do? Well, swimming and diving on the way. You can put one of those little red flag with the white stripe through it decals on your truck after this. Yeah, Nintendo announced that a free summer update coming July 3rd will let you do things like swim in the ocean and dive for sea creatures. You can donate your creatures to Blathers at the museum, and there's a new counter with an NPC named Pascal. You might remember swimming was a feature in New Leaf. I love New Leaf, but it is good to see that they're bringing it back. Meanwhile, there is a second update coming to the game in early August, so that is not all that they're adding this summer. Animal Crossing, of course, been a massive hit for Nintendo, but lots of us hit that wall after a few hundred hours when we ran out of things to do, and damned if we're going to move on to another game after fully getting our money's worth. So, yeah, I'm glad they're updating it. Looks like Rocksteady Studios, the developer that made Batman Arkham Asylum, is making a Suicide Squad game. Now, it's been 5 years, since Arkham Knight released, and there's been a lot of speculation about what the UK-based studio is working on next. Well, recently on Reset Era, people found a related domain name, Suicide Squad KillTheJusticeLeague.com. Yep, that seems related. That was registered by a company connected to Warner Brothers. They also found SuicideSquadGame.com and GothamKnightsGame.com. As for that second one, Eurogamer reports that Gotham Knights is an unannounced Batman game that's currently being developed at Warner Brothers Montreal, which also made Arkham Origins. Eurogamer said that both are being developed for next-gen consoles and that Suicide Squad in particular is a ways off. Wait, Warner Brothers, that's our parent company. I should just ask them. They would not tell me anything. Hideo Kojima and Konami parted ways years ago, but apparently that has not stopped people from continuing to stir up drama. A report this week from the French publication Gameblog claimed he was fired from Konami for misusing funds that were allocated to Metal Gear Solid 5, and instead he used them to make the Silent Hill playable teaser. Well, Kojima's new company, Kojima Productions, not pleased with this report. Jay Bohr, the head of global marketing, called it categorically false. Specifically, he wrote, Kojima Productions normally does not comment on rumors or speculation. However, we can confirm that the article recently posted on Gameblog is categorically false. That report also said that Kojima and Konami are now much more cordial with each other, but maybe he's saying that's false too? I'm not sure. As for what Kojima is up to next, he told the outlet Live Door News that his team has now entered the planning stages for what could be their next big game. Kojima added, I can't say anything since it's still in the planning stages, but we're doing various work behind the scenes. Just recently, a big project fell apart, so I'm a bit upset about that. That's interesting. He did not elaborate, sadly. All right, we got some more drama involving Blizzard and its card game Hearthstone to talk about. I love some Hearthstone drama. Y'all know me. A Hearthstone pro, John Savies McConan, said that he was banned from the event because his wife, Christina McConan, criticized Blizzard. She was a former Hearthstone community manager, and Savies added a few more details, saying, my wife was part of the 800 layoffs. He's referring to those layoffs that happened in 2019. And he said, she spoke up about the unjust practices of the company. I was told I'm a liability because of who I am married to. That seems shady as hell. Like, first of all, it's not even him, it's his wife. Secondly, it's shady. Well, after going public, he said he got an apology from Blizzard and was told he could compete at Hearthstone events again. Blizzard had a bit of a different take on this. In a statement to GamesIndustry.biz, Blizzard denied he was blacklisted. They said, we didn't consider him for a particular event due to a discussion where he did not agree to our request for confidentiality. We reveal unreleased information at our event, so it's important for us to have agreements in place with all partners that prevent the sharing of that info with anyone who isn't approved to receive it, including friends and family. They added, this is a team policy, not an individual's decision, but they say, everybody's cool now, he can compete. But we all know Blizzard would never treat a Hearthstone pro unfairly, right? Right, never. They would never do that. All right, time for a 5-second review. It's like Splatoon, but with ninjas. With ninjas. All right, let's talk about the games coming out next week. First up, The Legend of Heroes Trails of Cold Steel 3. Now, if you've never played this series, the whole Legend of Heroes franchise, great RPG series that's heavy on dialogue and world building. I loved it. I played Trails in the Sky. That's why it takes so long for them to come to the US though, because there's a ton of translation involved. Honestly, I would either start with Trails in the Sky or Trails of Cold Steel 1. You can pick that up, I think, on the Vita or the PS4. Otherwise, you're going to be a little lost in Trails of Cold Steel 3. But if you're ready for the third one, and they do, I think, on the website have like explainers that get you caught up on the story. Anyway, it comes to the Switch June 30th. Trackmania is a live service remake of Trackmania Nations, the 2006 arcade racer. The new Trackmania includes an official season campaign with progression, daily track selections, and track creation that includes new surfaces and special blocks. While Trackmania was originally scheduled to release in May, the team used that extra time to polish the game, the competition system, and the creation and sharing tools. It comes to PC via Uplay in the Epic Game Store July 1st. Next up, Biped is a co-op action venture game with a strong focus on moment-to-moment collaboration between two players. Two little bipedal robots will walk side by side and embark on a fun and bonding journey. You control the robot's legs using two sticks. That allows you to perform various moves from simple walking and sliding to more advanced stuff like operating machinery and cutting wood. Enjoy the adventure solo or grab a friend or family member. Have a blast in co-op mode. Communicate and coordinate to conquer challenges together and find out how good of a pair you truly are. Your adventure will take you to many beautiful and mysterious locations. Explore secrets in forests, valleys, waterfalls, and icy mountains. Find your way through the puzzling paths that lead to the planetary beacons. Collect treasures and buy goofy hats. Dress up your biped the way you want. Better yet, match your partner's look. Become the most dazzling adventures in this epic quest. It comes to Switch July 2nd. Next up, it's a big one. This is the big one this week. Marvel's Iron Man VR, the one that got delayed. Don the PlayStation VR headset and suit up as the Armored Avenger in an original Iron Man adventure. Tony Stark has retired from making weapons. Now he creates technology used to battle evil as Iron Man. After several years as a superhero, Tony is attacked by the mysterious Ghost, a hacker and anti-corporate activist who repurposes old Stark Industries weapon. In her efforts to topple his empire, Ghost attacks Stark's corporate locations around the world, leading to ever-escalating stakes and a final showdown. It comes to PSVR July 3rd. And finally, Castle Kong. It's a throwback to classic coin-op action arcade games. If you couldn't tell by its name, it's got Kong in it. You get what they're influenced by here. It's got 4 stages, 22 levels, and a kill screen. Set the high score, stop the evil Baron Man, and save Princess Girl. It comes to Switch July 4th. Guys, that's all the news we got for you this week. I hope you have a great weekend. We'll see you soon.
We knew things weren't looking good for Microsoft's streaming service. Obviously, it's been the butt of some jokes for a while now. But yesterday, they made it official that they're shutting things down.
Yeah, it turns out throwing a ton of money at a few superstar streamers was not the magic formula to lure people away from Twitch. That's what crappy sports teams do. They pay one free agent a bunch of money